Hey, how's it going everyone? This is Lam here. In today's Fuji Friday, we actually have a good mix of news to talk about. So let's go ahead and get right into it. The first subject that I want to talk about is the X-T3. While it's not a firmware for the X-T3, it's something that's related to it. DJI just released a firmware update for their Ronin S and SC gimbals. Now it's going to work with the firmware update for the X-T3, so you will be able to get recording and focus support. That's something I have to test. We just got back our X-T3 from loan because it was on loan for another project, so I'm definitely going to try to test it this weekend and make a video about it. So I'm pretty excited about getting some gimbal controls for the X-T3, but we won't really know until we actually test it out. So still looking forward to getting more firmware updates for the X-T3 because we definitely want some more photo features, and we're looking forward to, getting a new film simulation that we got with the X Pro 3. For anybody who just recently got an X-T3, it's still a fantastic camera, even though right around the corner, the X-T4 is about to come out. And that's really the next subject, which is we got more rumors coming out for the X-T4. Definitely read about them over at FujiRumors.com. Fuji Rumors just reported that we will be getting an entirely new battery for the X-T4 system, which is really great because once you add things in like IBIS, possibly 6K or other resolutions like that, you do start chewing up quite a bit of battery life. So having a bigger battery that can actually keep up with video uses is definitely a great thing to have. We really don't know what the improvements are until we get it into our hands, but this is something that I've been griping about for quite a while. Now, one thing that's kind of curious is that out of all the rumors that we had, we really haven't heard anything about getting a new sensor or getting a new processor. So that kind of leads me to believe that it's going to be the same sensor and processor as the X-T3. So really what we're getting in enhancements is everything around the sensor and the processor, which is better battery life, possibly a better screen, possibly a screen that articulates differently, better video specs. So these are all things that kind of enhances the camera. But if you do have an X-T3, really you're getting kind of a similar camera. So if you don't need stuff like IBIS, then you can really save a lot of money by going with the X-T3. But if you want all of the bells and whistles, then going with an X-T4 is definitely a better idea. So I feel like that's how it's playing out, but we really don't know until we actually see the full specs of the camera. But if we don't get a new sensor or processor, that really means that the X-T3 is still one of their flagship cameras and it's top of the line, and it could come at a better price once the X-T4 comes out. I think that will play out really great for the Fuji communities because that means we have two flagship cameras and you can select the features that you want and potentially save a lot of money if you don't want all of the bells and whistles. Now, the last subject that I want to talk about, which is the X-T200, and this kind of flows into my review of the X-A7 because while this camera does seem like it would make a great vlogging camera, it actually really isn't. And the problem with this camera is that the audio quality is adequate at best. In fact, I personally wouldn't use this camera for vlogging because it just doesn't cut it in terms of the audio quality, and that's something that I hope they solve in the X-T200 because the X-T200 looks like is going to be a direct upgrade to the X-A7, at least that's my hope. But one of the things that they really need to look at upgrading the X-T200, and I hope somebody has already given them feedback on this, but the audio interface in the X-A7 is just not good enough. In fact, I tried really hard, tried a whole lot of different mics, 4 different mics to get some really great audio quality, and I just haven't been able to do it. I can get decent, not even average, decent to adequate audio quality out of this camera, but at the point that I am creating content, that's just really not good enough for me, and something that I am going to review. I'm going to show you in a different video, but I really hope that if it is a direct upgrade to the X-A7 and the video specs is up to spec with all of the X-T cameras, I really hope that the audio interface that they bundle in with that is also taken care of, and it's going to be really good, because the only way that I would use the X-A7 for vlogging is if I would use an external audio recorder. So that is something that I'm going to be keenly looking for in the X-T200. I really had some high expectations for the X-A7. It's at a great price point. It ticks off on all of the features that I want for vlogging, but once I started hearing some of the audio that comes from it, just wasn't good enough for me. Anyhow, that's all I have to talk about for this week. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you have a great weekend, and I'll see you in the next one.